Hello out there, how y'all doing? I want to say thank you for joining me, but I gotta say something. Somebody brought something to my attention. It was a nice little tarot reader that intuitive said something that really makes sense. And that is, we're gonna have to learn going out here, we dating, or we with somebody, and they're trying to have, do they rendezvous thing with us. Start with S. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And they want us to get in our sacred chakra, and they want to put something to it. Because, see, when you get close to your payday, there's always someone that wants to come in and try to play like, oh, how you doing? And what they want to do is connects to your sacred chakra, so they can get that energy anyway from you. Especially around different parts of the moons and certain holidays, they do that too. And this particular week, see, I didn't know all my years, when you lay down with something that been with other people, allegedly, some of them have Jezebel spirits. I don't care if someone says they're your twin flame soulmate. There's some of them that have been replaced, or they sold their soul. And they're here to, when they attach to you, you'll start losing some of your memory. See, I didn't know this when I was young. They were doing that when I got, with someone. They were, as they connect to me, they were taking piece of me so I wouldn't remember my memory. And they was trying to do this through, having, put it nighttime, y'all know what I'm talking about. So we're going to have to be real careful, chosen ones, earth angels, star seeds, because somebody brought some attention. They're trying to do that to me. They want to connect to me. They think I'm dumb. But I'm hip to it. And I know the person that's coming to me, and they got a Jezebel spirit. And they're trying to play like they're not this way and that way. But see, the thing is, I'm not willing to give myself, all myself, because you don't deserve that from me. People have been stealing from me for years when it came to energy. And they use they use that to build their own stuff, and then they leave you with nothing. Some of you have nothing because you connected with someone that was taking from you as you sleep with them or whatever you interact with them. That's why they want us to be the night walkers. See, the night walkers, they are going to find people that got gifts. You don't know you got gifts, and they connect to you when you're young. And when they connect to you, they start taking your memory because they want to take they think they can go in there. They want to take a piece of your consciousness that you got to connect it to source, which is most high. So you kind of got to just close that door to that, because sometimes, and you got to really, that person needs to cleanse themselves. But when somebody has a Jezebel spirit and they don't know it, and they working for the other side and they're lying to you, okay? See, these demons, they do this. See, this is around this certain moon cycles, times they get to go around and the veil's thin and they go in these people's heads because they're connected to, they do something toxic, like they might smoke too much, they might drink too much. When they do that, they want to catch you slipping. So, and even arguing, y'all need to, if you're going out with your people and somebody wants to argue with you, you got to see it for what it is. The demons are going to show themselves. And what they do is they're trying to get back into your time zone. And somebody's right. And they're going to come back saying, oh, I'm sorry. But see, with me, that don't cover it. I don't want to hear you sorries. I don't. All I want to hear is this, that you learn from this mistake and you move on. But some people think that I'm so silly and they thought I was going to give up. But see, I never give up. That's the rule. I'm telling you, never give up. But see, you got to watch, because people take pieces of you as they do that. So if you're one of those type of people that got to do that and you got addictions, then you better check out and cleanse yourself real good and make sure that person ain't got a Jezebel spirit, because they're taking some of you. And if your memory's going and you feel some pain on when you haven't, after it's over, you feel like a little pain on your left side or whatever side you feel pain, they done try to take pieces of your sacred chakra. They done did SEX magic on you, and then they're trying to go to God consciousness, but The demon is in them that's trying to do that. They hijack their body to do this allegedly. So we're going to have to be very selective of who you lay down with. And this is just, you do what you like. But I'm telling you, if your memory's being going, if you feeling something on the side after you slept with that person was doing that. They were doing that on you, and they was trying to get you parts of your knowledge to source. So, and then when you get through, they want to take some of your manifestations along with them, because that's why they was having all of them big, you remember them parties, Diddy parties? Y'all thought it was all about he was a cruel person. No, it's about energy. They have to have it all the time, because some people's bodies, they're not bodies, they're just vessels. In other words, demons take over their body, but they got to feed their body with energy to keep it going. So they use it through S's, and they use us to do it. That's when them groups, them groups that they be doing all that, that's why they do them groups, so they can feed each other. See, they would feed each other, but they were feeding with your young kids, allegedly, trigger warning, with our kids. And the kids that grow up, they don't have a clue. They thinking they're going out to be famous, or you're going out to meet somebody, but you're going out and they're taking pieces of you, because they know who you are. That's why some people have babies, allegedly. You see these, but them children that they have, they are golden children. They're starseeds, earth angels, and they are going and they use their energy. And then they try to do, when they're young, they try to do the S on them when they're young. They did it to me, so I know what you're telling me. I know what I'm talking about. So I'm telling you, and it kept me, and they kept trying to take my memory. It kept going away. I never noticed why my memory was leaving. That was because of the people doing SEX magic on me. So I'm just telling y'all, start noticing the signs. When somebody is true to you, they'll wait for you, or they'll cleanse their body. They will make sure, you would make sure that that body is cleansed out, because allegedly some people they're not who they say they are. In other words, they could be put away a dead vessel, but they need your energy to keep that vessel going. So they need SEX all the time. You'll know, because they got to do it all the time, because the energy wears out and the body starts to deteriorate, the real body. And some people's body have been taken over, allegedly. They're not here anymore. They're physically, you see them physically, but on the inside, they're running as they're a shell. They're using you. In other words, they're going to try to steal they want to get a connection to Most High. But I call justice and judgment on anyone that comes towards me trying to sleep with me. It's justice and judgment going down, because I'm tired of that trick. And some of the divine masculines and there's some divine doing it, and they're going in there and they done signed an oath, and they sold their soul, and they already on the evil side, and they know your soul made a twin flame. Y'all better look at that, because what they're doing is some of them going to play nice so they can get in there, and they're going to take that stuff and leave you, because the plan is play nice. And then in the end, I'm going to get what I want. But they sold their soul. So their soul don't belong to them. And some of them, they just know they're your soulmate. So they're going to keep coming after you, or they're trained to do it. I call them the dead walkers, allegedly. The dead walkers is coming. Because you can't tell, because they always want to do it. Them people right there, that's why they be on the street. It ain't because they like to be on the street. It's because they're getting energy. They have to have that energy. So that's why they go from hopping bed to bed. And some people, they take parts of you as you go. You might not remember something. You'll see a pain. You'll feel a pain when it's over. A sharp pain, because they're trying to connect to you. So you got to watch out, because they're possessing people, allegedly. So if you sleep with them, they're possessed soul. Even divine massive, and they know what I'm talking about. They playing over there. They didn't sell their soul, and their soul gone. They did, and they feel like they got a right to you, but they don't. I'm just saying, y'all listen. And if it's not to tell you what to do, I'm just saying, be very cautious of who you sleep with right now, because this week they're trying real hard. Like, sure.